Into the Upland Rookie, a podcast presented by Upland Brits. What is up, rookies, and welcome to the Upland Rookie Podcast. I'm your host, Will Larson, and as always, this is presented by Upland Brits. We have a really fun episode for you today. I am doing a solo episode doing a somewhat of a deep dive on my own opinions into a dog collar review. Now we're talking training collar, e-collars mostly. I will dive into a little bit of tracking and training collars, so those GPS collars that I have personally used and run, and just share some of my thoughts and let you know what I've landed on, and for, again, the reasons that are important to me. I know it's going to vary so much person to person, dog to dog, but I hope you enjoy this episode, and that's all I got for right now. Hang on, sponsors coming in a second. If you want to get everything your dog's got, then you need nutrition that holds nothing back. To unleash your dog's maximum potential, check out the new Eukanuba Premium Performance lineup at eukanubasportingdog.com. I also want to highlight a new relationship I just formed with OnX Hunt. That's right, OnX Hunt. Guys, this is the most comprehensive digital mapping system out there. It's an app. They have a web app version as well. Guys, I spend so much time pouring through OnX Maps, checking out locations in Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, you name it, every state they have. Guys, you're going to save 20% if you use my promo code with your OnX Hunt subscription. That's TUR, the Upland Rookie, 20. So TUR 20, that's going to save you 20% off your subscription to OnX. I'm using this not just in season, but I'm using this year round. I used to just do kind of a month-to-month membership, and then a couple years ago I switched to just the year-round annual membership. And guys, I am dropping pins daily. I'm marking new locations I want to check out or drive by or get some more eyes on, but they have some amazing features. They just launched a new 3D map layer feature that is pretty incredible. I just checked this out on my computer the other day, and I'm scouting some areas in Montana, and I switched to that 3D mode, and it is lights out. So game changer right here. OnX Hunt, TUR 20. It's going to save you 20% off your subscription. And lastly, thank you to Cable Gangs. Get your orders in to Brennan. Guys, this is a Cable Gang system, stakeout system for your dogs. Whether you are running trials, doing yard work, whatever you have a use for. I'm putting my two dogs out on the Cable Gangs almost every day. I'm doing some yard work, so I got one on the Cable Gang, I'm working one, then I switch them out. So really cool system, very durable. Hit up Brennan, mention the podcast, and you will get a choice of one of two items for free, either a tether or a 24-inch drop. You just mention the Upland Rookie Podcast to Brennan when you order, and you get your choice of a free item. So hit him up, Facebook or Instagram, Cable Gangs, Gangz. Thank you, Brennan. All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to episode 13. I think it's 13, so we're going to roll with that. Hey, listen up. We have a little bit different episode for you today. I know I mentioned it on last week's podcast. I'm going to try over the summer months a couple of these shorter episodes. I might do 2 this week. We will see. But I wanted to do a deep dive in my own experience and my own opinion on a couple dog collars, both training collars, which are e-collars, or training and tracking combos. Again, I'm just going to go over ones that I have personally used, and I kind of have a unique story of how I've used so many. It might not be that unique to you, but just want to share some of my experience on the different collars. But hey, listen up. I hope you had a fun and safe 4th of July weekend. Hopefully your dogs are safe. I know fireworks are kind of a crazy thing for dogs, even though They are around gunfire all the time, blank pistols, loud noises. I still bring my dogs inside around 4th of July. I also put a towel or blanket or something over their crates just to help with the noise, help them feel safe that they're in a den. That's worked really well for them. They've never been affected, never have seemed affected, but those are just some of my precautions that I have done over the last couple years. So again, hope everyone had a fun weekend. My wife and I headed down to Texas to spend some time with some friends that recently moved down there. So we had a great time visiting them, and Texas is hot. I am not going to lie. It is brutal. But anyways, hey, we're going to jump in here to this episode. So tracking and training collars, this is probably going to be a hot button topic because everyone has their preference. Everyone thinks their product maybe is the best, or maybe it's not. I don't know. But I'm just saying that this is going to vary. Again, I'm just giving you my review on a couple of collars. I'll just get into when I first picked up my bird dog. E-collar was kind of like that first thing on my list, big purchase on my list that I was like, hey, I need to have one of these. Hindsight, I probably didn't need one as soon as I thought I did. So if you're out there and you just picked up a 8-week-old puppy, the e-collar can wait. You do not need an e-collar in the first, 8 or 9 months of that dog's life. I didn't start collaring Gunner until, right before I sent him off to training. So he was, 9 months. I might have put it on him just before I sent him off. So he got a little collar conditioning before he headed to training. Gage, I put it on him super early, and I look back, I'm like, there was no need. Puppies need to learn that it's fun, that your voice, and they should just kind of naturally come along with you. So don't worry if you pick up a puppy this summer, or you just did. Let the e-collar wait. Now tracking collars, maybe it's a little different. I'm kind of paranoid about my dog running off or chasing something. So just for that added insurance benefit, next puppy I pick up, I might put a tracking collar on them, maybe a little sooner than I won't touch any of the e-collar functions, anything like that. But just to give me the peace of mind and the confidence that, hey, if they did go over that hill and I don't have eyes on them, that I can at least see them. So that's just, again, a personal preference for me. Tracking collars, GPS are pretty high up on my list. Just gives me that, again, peace of mind and safety features. So I mentioned I've had experience with a few different collars over the years. And again, maybe a little bit unique, but when I picked up Gage, I ordered a bunch of collars. I ordered a bunch of different models, brands. I did a ton of internet research. And just kind of played with them, held them, tried out their features, functions, all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of, I was getting Gage collar conditioned, and then once I had them, so I ordered a bunch of different brands, kind of lightly used them, tested them out, and either sold them or returned them. I was in that return window, so that was fine. They were still in great condition. I didn't beat them to hell or anything like that. So let me go over the list of what I have used, and then I'll just give you a couple thoughts on each of the things, or each of the brands and models that I tried. Sport dog brand Upland Hunter 1875. 1875 is the range. All right, first I'm going to go over what I've owned, and then I'll go over each of them individually. Also the DT system RAPT 1450. The DT system H2O Plus, the Garmin Pro 550, the Garmin Pro 550 Plus, the Garmin Astro, the Garmin Tritronic Sport Pro. That was actually a good one. The Sport Dog TEK 1.5 tracking and training, the Garmin Alpha 200i, and that's it. That's all I've owned. That's all I've tried out. I know that's a lot, kind of crazy, but all right. I'm going to start with the Sport Dog brand. This was the one with I think it was the beeper combo. This is not going to be a super deep dive. I'm going to refer, if you are in the market for an e-collar, check out gundogsupply.com. They have some incredible in-depth detailed videos on e-collars, training collars, everything. Pretty much everything on their website. Steve has made a video describing, going over the functions, all that kind of stuff. So again, this is just my own review of some e-collars and GPS collars. So the Sport Dog Upland Hunter 1875, again, had the beeper. Early on, I kind of learned I didn't love the beeper. When I started upland hunting, the guy that would take my dad and I out ran beepers. He was constantly having problems with it. The beeper would lose connection. It was kind of loud and annoying. Again, he was hunting with Brittany's thick cover, so I get the purpose of them. And if you run one, that's awesome. I think they serve their purpose for just having ears on a dog and kind of knowing where they are. The 1875 just didn't feel great. I thought very limited stimulation ranges. I think it only goes up to 20 or so variations of stimulation. So you have some range, not a ton. I thought the handheld transmitter was pretty cheaply made, very light, which can be a good thing. You don't want something heavy and bulky, but just didn't feel very heavy duty and strong. If I felt I dropped that on the concrete or in the garage, it might break. Again, it didn't break. It was fine. Again, just didn't love the beeper on that one. Ran it for again, a few weeks, tested it out. Just wasn't in love with it. I was like, oh, this is decent. But moving on to the DT System RAPT 1450. This one, I love the concept of this one. And hey, I'm going to jump back to the first one real quick. Price, that's $399. So $399 for that beeper. It's a 1 mile range. What's some of the other features on that? Expandable to 3 dogs. Dry tech, waterproof, submergible up to 25 feet, tone vibration options. So it definitely had some options. It was all orange, pretty cool, slick looking collar. But okay, moving back down to the DT System Wrapped 1450. That is $289 on sale right now, actually, on DT System's website. 16 levels of stim, 3/4 mile range. I forget what the first one's range was. It might have been, it's 1 mile. So the Sport Dog Upland Hunter was a 1 mile. Now the DT Wrapped is 3/4 mile. That was the first thing that I was like, again, getting my first dog, talking to a lot of people, you might need the e-collar to perform when the dog is if something happened, you might need that to use that collar. Give that dog a little correction, maybe get them off a deer, get them off something to come back to you. You might need to stop them. They might be running towards a county road. So that was the first thing with the DT Wrapped. I was like, I don't know if I love that range on it. This was cool. It was a cool concept. So this is kind of like the strap handheld that you slip your hand in, and you can hold it like a regular handheld, but you also can slip your hand in, and the handheld can rest on the back of your hand, and there's a little thumb button. So if you can imagine, you use it maybe if you're right-handed, you slip it on your left, and it kind of just rests there through this heavy-duty elastic strap. But then you have this button on the top that you can reach with your thumb for a quick correction. In theory, that sounded pretty cool on their website. I was looking at some videos, some reviews, and some people seem to like it okay. Tried that one out. Big thing with that collar, I didn't love the range, 3/4 mile. Again, I just, for that oh shit moment, I wanted a little bit extra range. The other thing with DT Systems, this is the same for the DT H2O Plus. They are huge collars. And I mean huge. In comparison to everything else I tried, these collars, and for Brittany's, they were just massive. So didn't love that, how it fit the dogs. I think it's a 1 inch, it's a 1 inch collar strap, and the transmitter on their neck It's just a huge block. So get in the way. It's bulky. It's heavy. Decent battery life. I didn't see on their website exactly how long these batteries last, but so the size, the range, that was kind of why I didn't fall in love with the DT System ones. And then that transmitter for the Wrapped. Again, cool concept, practicality. I didn't see a good purpose for it. I was a little thrown off when I started using it, holding it. It also, that Wrap 1450 had the beeper as well. And you had to call the company before you ordered it for them to adjust it for a smaller neck size. Kind of a pain in the ass, if you ask me. You're getting a puppy, a dog, whatever. I mean, that's just an extra step you have to do to go and say, all right, here's, I think, my dog's neck size and how it'll be once it is cinched down. So kind of a pain to have them adjust that, the beeper on the back of the collar. You probably could do it. I didn't mess with that. Again, I returned this one. So anyways, with the DT Systems, just really big, bulky collars. The DT H2O Plus, I'm just reading some things from their website. The Plus is $329 on their website right now. So again, I'm kind of looking at value for these two. The Wrap 1450, $289 on sale. And then that first one, the Sport Dog brand Upland Hunter, 1875 model, $399. So, yeah, you just got to compare. Again, check out Gundog Supply for a lot more just detailed info on some of these collars. The H2O Plus 1 mile remote trainer with Nick, continuous stimulation, beeper locator, run and point mode. So again, it had that beeper as well. Again, didn't just love it. Now, I also tried, and this is the end of just training collars. So the Garmin Pro 550. This one, I actually tried another one. I also tried the Garmin Tritronic Sport Pro. So the Sport Pro is $250. The Pro 550 is $400. So a little bit step up. So I'll go to the Sport Pro first. Tried that one. Nice and small, compact transmitter, handheld device. Good range. I liked it, but I had the Pro 550 at the same time. And guys, I just got to say the Pro 550 is what I fell in love with. It's my daily training collar. I use it all the time. I hunted with it the first 2 years until I got the combo units. The transmitter, I just fell in love with that long. I don't even know how to describe the shape of it. It's like a tube. It's like a tube transmitter that you hold. Really comfortable. It lays on on a lanyard around your neck. I think it lays really nice. It has the lights. You can turn lights on the Garmin collars, tone, vibration, stim. So with a stimulation, what I really enjoyed about the Pro 550 is, so it has two stimulation buttons. It's a low and a high, but then you also can hit both those low and a high at the same time to get kind of an extra high or a double that amount. So again, oh shit moment happens. Your dog didn't respond to a low one, didn't respond to a high one. Well, then I'm going to hit both those together. So you get a little bit more stimulation. Again, for a moment where you need it to kick in, you need your dog to stop, you need your dog to come back to you. If it's a dangerous situation, a very quick, very, very quick and easy way to up that stimulation without having to change a dial, change a number, anything like that. So I just really fell in love with the handheld piece. The collar has amazing battery life. I haven't tracked really or put anything down on paper as far as how long that battery's lasting or the handheld, but if I'm training every day, it can go maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month sometimes, I feel like. That could be maybe a little high, but so really just fell in love with that handheld, guys. It is a 1 mile range, I think. Yeah, Pro 550 stim. I'm just looking through some of the details on the website. Tone and vibration, like I mentioned. vibration stim levels. Pro 550 is a 21 level training collar. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. You have a lot more micro adjustments, 21 different levels of adjustment on the collar for stimulation. So all in all, guys, that's my choice for training collars. Tough as heck, really durable, just comfortable to use. I can use it without looking at it. And again, when I compared it to all these different models, it just felt comfortable. It felt natural. Again, so the one that you choose, the collar that you choose, is going to depend what's comfortable to you. So I know that's going to change for every person, but that's just kind of what I fell in love with. And some of those other features, the big units of the DT, didn't love those. That system of the wrap system with DT, again, looks pretty cool. You can slip it on your hand. It can kind of rest there. You can be hands free in a sense. You have both your hands available. You really can only, though, access with one hand. You can access that one button. That's the only thing you have. So you'd have to reach around with your other hand and hit the buttons on the top or other side of the unit. I know it's kind of hard to describe over a podcast, but check out their website. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with that wrap system. So anyways, guys, those are the training collars. I will briefly touch on the tracking collars. So tracking, I've owned the Garmin Astro 430, and that is $650. I've also had the Sport Dog TEK 1.5, and then the Garmin Alpha 200i. So I started out with the Astro 430. I ran that alongside my Garmin Pro 550. That was my training collar, e-collar, and then the Astro was my tracking device. Great. Really, really love that combo. The only reason I went away from that is just kind of go down on collars, just to keep one collar on my dog. And when they came out with the new Pro 550 Plus from Garmin, which I actually tried that one as well, and the 200i, I kind of went to those combo units and have really liked just having one collar tracking and training on my dog. I know some people are going to say, well, if that fails, then you have nothing. True, but I'm betting the odds, I guess. So that's just me. So once I moved on from the Astro Pro 550 combo, I first picked up the TEK 1.5 from Sport Dog brand. Absolute. I shouldn't be that strong. I just did not enjoy it. The mapping system, the buttons, the controls, the feel of the handheld, hated it. Just hated the feel of it. So just personal preference, did not like it. Returned it very quickly. Picked up the Pro 550 Plus from Garmin. Really, really liked that because it goes back to, has that same handheld design as the Pro 550. So they just took the Pro 550, made it a Plus tracking training combo. $650, I think that is right now. So you're getting a tracking and training system for $650, which is really good. The reason I moved on from that and picked up the Alpha 200i, I just wanted more data. I wanted a bigger map to see my dog. So the Pro 550 Plus gives you very minimal direction of your dog. The nice thing, though, is you can flip very quickly between your dogs. And so on the little LCD screen on the bottom of the Pro 550, you can switch between dog 1, 2, 3 and see which direction they are. So really quick. Again, the layout of the buttons on that are just, gosh, my favorite. I still might pick one of those up for in the field and running multiple dogs. I actually think it's easier to use the Pro 550 Plus over the Alpha 200i if you have to make corrections. 200i is awesome. Do not get me wrong. I think the Pro 550 Plus, I've gotten so used to those button layouts that it's just second nature. I think I'm still just getting used to the Alpha 200i. So let me jump in that in a second here. So Pro 550 Plus, the other thing with that is there is a Garmin app, because again, you think about it, it's just very minimal information, direction of the dog, and yardage that you're seeing on the LCD screen. two other things, if you have a Garmin watch, you can connect those two. So you could glance at your watch. It gives you directions as well. So you don't have to be looking at the handheld all the time. You can glance at your watch, see which direction they are, how many yards, all that. There's an app that Garmin has. I forget the name. I will try to find it as I'm talking here, but the app will, you can see, it's Bluetooth. It syncs with your handheld, the Pro 550, and it'll do the tracking data. So you can hit go when you're starting to hunt, and it'll track your dogs and show them on a map. So if you want to see more of that detailed information on a map, you can do that still. Through that Garmin app. So pretty cool, just kind of an extra step you have to do. You got to have your phone connected, all that stuff. So it's not the biggest deal in the world, still pretty cool feature to be able to have that data. You see how far they ran, how many miles, all that stuff. So it does give it to you. It's just you have to do it through your phone connected to your handheld device. So pretty cool. 200i. Reason I went up to the 200i, just again, gave me that all-in-one combo unit. I didn't have to use my phone. I was getting a little annoyed of that, having to connect my phone and make sure I had battery life and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to use my phone just for taking pictures and using onX. Don't forget onX. Use promo code TUR20. Save 20% on your onX subscription. Back to the collar review. So 200i, yeah, I just wanted that combo unit. Now, again, same features. It connects to your watch. I'm using my watch more and more just to glance down, see where my dogs are at. So correction-wise and features like that. So on the side buttons, you can toggle between 3 different button options. So there's 3 buttons on the top of the unit that you can preset to each dog, and you have so many endless combos of stimulation on the for those dogs. Vibration, lights, maps. So you can really use this without touching the screen at all, which is very, very nice. If you have gloves on, if it's cold, whatever it might be. It does just take some time getting used to, like, so if I have 3 buttons at the top, if I have Gunner on a low one and maybe a high one, those are kind of his ranges. Third button, I might have tone. So those are for Gunner. Well, if I'm running 2 dogs, what I'm noticing is then I have to toggle the side buttons to get to Gage's button layouts. So I hope that makes sense. So now then Gage has his preset layouts or preset buttons. So now it's all his. I've tried doing a screen where it's like a low one for Gunner, a low one for Gage, and a tone for Gage. Well, then I don't have tone on that screen for Gunner. So you constantly have to use those side buttons to kind of get what you need. I'm sure there's guys out there that just use one variation, but I've kind of gotten used to, again, I'm trying to use the lowest level possible to get my dogs to respond. So I just like more options quicker, I guess, what I'm trying to say. If you're running 1 dog, it's awesome because you have 3 option of buttons. You don't have to touch side buttons at all. Those 3 at the top, you can have, again, like I said, you'd have Gunner on a low one, a high one, and a tone. Those are kind of my go-to for each dog. I like having those options. So it gets a little tricky. You just have to remember to navigate. Okay, I need to switch dogs now, go to the side buttons, things like that. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's just taking me some learning, getting used to it. So that 200i is definitely more expensive. I think it's $1,000. But you're getting the Garmin InReach functionality, which sends out an SOS. If you got hurt, something bad happened, you can have preset emergency contacts, call search and rescue. That's a huge feature if you're hunting some desolate areas that you don't have cell service and you need to let the wife at home know that you're okay, that you might be late. Then that's going to be a huge benefit, having that 200i. The I stands for InReach. So Garmin's really put some thought into the design of this, the functionality of this unit. So just overall, really quality unit. Like I said, I might try to pick up a Pro 550 Plus again. Just really love the layout of the buttons, all that kind of stuff. Can access them very quickly. But again, I rock the 200i all season. Didn't have a problem with it. Again, maybe I was a little slower at getting to some of the buttons for corrections, but mapping, yardage, the views, it can mark your truck when you leave. And then it has your dogs on a compass as well. So I can see both dogs, see where my truck is, and so some pretty cool features. A lot of, there's more features, I will say, than I know what to do with, probably. Not going to lie. This thing is just packed with options. I never ran the 100 Alpha 100. I heard they made a lot of improvements from the 100 to the 200, and so once they made a couple of those improvements. Then I was like, all right, I'm going to pick it up. They worked through some of the issues. They really focused on being able to use this without using the screen. So I end up locking the screen quite a bit, so I don't accidentally bump it and just rely on those buttons. So again, it's when you're out there hunting, guys, it's quick, it's run and gun. You don't have time to be fiddling through screens and settings and all that kind of stuff. So they really did focus on making this a unit that could be ran just those physical buttons, which is really nice, and I do appreciate. Again, just going to take some learning. It's all in what you use, practice with, and just get really comfortable with. So, hey guys, I know that wasn't the most in-depth review, but I wanted to just share again my personal thoughts and my own review on some of these collars. I have used a lot. My approach was I wanted to experience, feel, touch, all that kind of stuff, different collars, different units, tracking, training, you name it, just to see what works for me. So again, this is not sponsored by Garmin. They have never contacted me, never reached out. They do not pay me, give me anything, nothing. So this is a non-sponsored review. I should have said that in the beginning. Just really love Garmin. I have the watch as well that I connect my GPS collar to. Really, really slick. When you're out there, you can just glance at your watch, be like, oh, my dog is 200 yards to the north. Awesome. So really slick units, guys. Check them out. Again, probably my all-time favorite is the Pro 550. Then tracking and training, I'm using the Alpha 200i right now. But very close is the Pro 550 Plus, which is that tracking training combo. So Garmin makes some quality products. Really enjoy them. Nothing terribly wrong with the other products. Again, just gave you some of my general thoughts and first impressions of some of these other collars I tried. I'm sure there are a lot more out there that I have not tried. Maybe I will someday. Maybe I'll do more reviews. Maybe I'll do some videos here and there. But again, I hope this was helpful. If you are in the market for a collar, if you just wanted to kind of get some quick thoughts on a few of these, hopefully this was helpful. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you're running and why you run it. Let me know. Maybe there's something I didn't cover. Maybe there's something on the list that I tried that you have. Let me know what you have in your experience with it. Maybe there's something I overlooked. So message me at the Upland Rookie Podcast. Share this podcast, rate and review on Apple Podcasts. That would help get this out there to more hunters just like you. Don't forget, the Dakota 283 giveaway closes the end of July. Get those stories written in. Again, it's a story, how you got started upland hunting, and what keeps you going. Just write that down, put it in an email to me, uplandbrits@gmail.com. You will get 5 extra bonus entries, guys, into the giveaway. This giveaway is a Dakota G3 medium kennel, a dine and dash or a dash watering system. Both have the Dakota Guard in it. So look up Dakota Guard on their website. It's over, I think it's about $530 value for both these items, maybe $520, I think. So guys, this is a straight giveaway. You are not having to donate to me. You're not having to pay me. You're not having to do any weird like sign up thing. It's just go to the post, the Dakota 283 giveaway post on the Upland Rookie Podcast. Follow the instructions there, and you'll be entered. If you want to get the bonus entries, it's in the show notes of the podcast. So the last several weeks, the show notes of the podcast, it has all the details on how you get bonus entries. Your name can go in the hat, I think, up to 12 times. So check out all the details. Message me with questions, please. But again, get those stories written in. I'd love to read a couple on the air. It does not have to be perfect. Just what's your story, how you got started upland hunting. So again, this is the Upland Rookie Podcast. I love hearing stories. I love talking to you. Message me, email me, whatever. Reach out. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Again, if you're not fortunate enough to hunt with or own a Brittany, any bird dog is better than no bird dog. Go put some miles on those boots. Have fun.